Hi everybody, this is a new lesson in grammar. In the previous chapter we talked about the verb phrase and types of verbs and verb phrase. Now we arrived at chapter 4. We have nouns, pronouns and the basic noun phrase. Good. The basic noun phrase, look at these sentences. You will find that the noun phrase typically functions as, these are the functions, you see, these are the functions of the noun phrase. What are the functions of the noun phrase? Either to be subject or to be object or to be complement in the sentence. The complements, as you know, for example, subject complement or object complement, subject complement or object complement, right? So these are the functions of what? Of the noun phrases. If I ask you, what are the functions of the noun phrase? If it is at the beginning, it is subject. At the end, after the verb, it is object. After the verb also sometimes related to the subject, it is subject complement, or related to the verb, to the object, it is object complement. Good. Let us see the different expressions of the noun phrase. Here, the girl is Mary Smith. The girl is Mary Smith. In this sentence, this is a noun phrase. This is a noun phrase. It is not a noun only, but a noun phrase made of what? Made of the article the and the noun girl. Right. The pretty girl is Mary Smith. This is also a noun phrase. And this noun phrase made of what? Of article plus adjective plus what? Noun. You see? This is the second noun phrase, right? The third one is the pretty girl in the corner. It is also a noun phrase made of the article, pretty is adjective, and girl is noun, and in the corner is what? Is adverb of a place. It is a prepositional and it is adverb of a place. All this is what? All this is a subject before the verb is, you see. The pretty girl also who became angry. This is also other noun phrase. She is also a noun phrase made of what? Then the noun phrase or the subject, what is the job of these noun phrases here? They are subjects, all of them, you see, all of them subjects. Good. We shall deal here with elements found in those noun phrases that consist of what? Look well, the noun phrase consists of what? Pronoun and the numerals. You know numerals? Numerals are the numbers, you see. So we shall deal here with the elements found in those noun phrases that consist of pronouns and the numerals, and of nouns and articles, or closed system items that can occur before the noun head, such as predeterminers, like all. All is a predeterminer. There is a predeterminer. Everything comes before the noun. Everything occurs before the noun head. This is the head. You see, the girl is the head in all the sentences. Every closed system item, can be regarded as a predeterminer, As we see, as we are going to see in the coming chapters, not all of them are predeterminers, but can be a predeterminer, especially when it comes before what? Especially when it comes before the noun, the head noun, okay, and what? Before, or it, and it is what? It belongs to the closed system items, and it belongs to the closed system items. Now, for example, they belongs to the closed system items. What is the closed system? If you remember, with verbs, we said that the closed system items, also we have closed system verbs, right? The closed system items which cannot be expanded, which cannot be expanded, and it does not take, for example, it does not take, for example, the third personal s, does not take ing. For example, the modal auxiliaries like must and can and so on, these belong to closed system items. You see? Good. Now we come to what, whereas the open system items, also, if you remember, we classified the elements of a grammar. We said that the article, the article, the conjunction, the preposition, all of these are closed system items. What are the open system items? The adjective, the noun, the verb are what? Open system items or open class. You see? Good. Now we come to the noun classes. It is necessary both for grammatical and semantic reasons. So why do we need to know the noun classes? For two reasons. One is grammatical and the other is semantic. Semantic related to meaning, whereas grammatical means related to structure. So we need to know the noun class in order to know the structure of the noun and in order to know what the meaning of the noun. Good. Now we come to what? To different nouns. Let us first take some nouns. For example, John is a noun. Bottle is a noun. Furniture is a noun. Cake is a noun. But are these nouns all belong to the same category? Or do they belong to the same category? Right? No, they do not belong to the same category. How? Look well. For example, now, nouns are classified into, for example, into proper nouns. One of the types of nouns is called what? Proper nouns. Okay? Proper nouns. For example, John. John is what? Is a proper noun. You see? Every name of a person is what? Is a proper noun. Other nouns are, for example, common nouns. This is the second type. Okay, this is the first type. This is the second type. Which are what? Common nouns. For example, bottle is what? Is a common noun. Okay? Or what else? Furniture. Furniture is what? Is also a common noun. Cake is also what? Cake is also a common noun. So all other nouns, for example, a name of university, a name of something, a name of a building, all of these are what? Common nouns. But the proper noun is only the what? The names of people. These are proper nouns. Also, some buildings, some hospitals, which are called by names of people, also they have what? Proper nouns. Right. What else? These proper nouns, proper nouns are what? Only names of what? Human beings or names of well-known people. Okay, famous places, for example. These are proper. Now the common nouns there are some features for the common nouns. What are these features? For example, they can be non-countable or can be countable. What do we mean by countable and non-countable? Countable means what? To be countable يعني معدود, countable. Okay? Countable. And we have what? Non-countable. This is countable. You see? And we have, so bottle, for example, can be bottles. Bottle can be bottles. So it is countable. Can be counted. Can be counted. And the other type of common nouns is what? For example, furniture. Furniture can be counted or no? No, it cannot be counted. So it is non-count. Non-count nouns. Okay? Non-count nouns. The third one can be both. Can be both counted or non-counted. Okay? For example, we can say cake, we can say cake, we can say cakes, now it is counted, and we can say some cake, which is non-counted. And in this case, it is what? Can be counted or non-counted. Both are correct. Okay? So, those confirming like furniture to the pattern of what? To the pattern of count nouns of column 3. This is column 3. Okay. Good. Then we classified them into 4 groups, like what I explained to you now. Also we have what? We have abstract nouns also classified into abstract and concrete. abstract means اللي هي الأسماء المعنوية abstract، والconcrete هي الأسماء المادية concrete and abstract. You see? Good. Now what are, for example, the abstract nouns? Abstract means broadly immaterial. Immaterial يعني ليس لها مادة، ليس لها مادة. But the concrete, which is what? Broadly tangible. Tangible. The abstract words like warmth, which is cannot be touched. Warmth, you see? It is a noun, but it is which noun? Abstract. And the other noun, for example, bottle. Bottle is what? Concrete, because it has material. It has material. Right. Also, we have what? Some nouns which are non-count in English forever. Some nouns, this is important, some nouns which are what? Are non-count always. These are the nouns which are non-count. For example, anger, applause, behavior. You see? Yani we cannot say angers. We cannot say applauses. We cannot say behaviors. Okay? Chaos, chess, conduct, carriage, dancing. We cannot pluralize all these nouns. Clear? Good. Now we come to what? We come to other nouns. For example, look well. We have, for example, resistance and safety. Resistance and safety. Safety, sorry. Okay. What else? Shopping, smoking. I think that they belong to what? To the previous. Yes, they are found in the previous. Resistance, safety at the end. You see, at the end of this page. Now we come to this classification of what count and non-count. See the examples. See the examples here. Okay. You find what? You find here count nouns, and here what? Non-count nouns. For example, I have many difficulties. I have many difficulties. These are what? These are nouns which can be what? Which can be counted and can be non-counted. Like what I told you now, that some nouns can be counted and can be non-counted. Look well, according to the example. I have had many difficulties. Now difficulties is what? Plural or singular? It is plural. Counted. It is counted. Okay? I have many difficulties. It is counted. He's not had much difficulty. He's not had much difficulty. Here difficulty is what? Preceded by much. It is now uncountable or non-count. Non-countable. Right? She's had many odd experiences. She's had means, or he's had many odd experiences. Here is means has. He has had. This is present perfect. He has had many odd experiences. This is neither possessive. You know what is the possessive S? This S is neither possessive, because some of you confuse it with the possessive, and nor it is what? Nor is. It is neither possessive nor is. It is what? Has. How do you know that it is has? From had, because has plus past participle equals the present perfect, and he's had many odd experiences. Good. The very important point here is that experiences here is what? Counted. This job requires experience. This job requires experience. Here experience is what? Non-count. Buy an evening paper. Buy an evening paper. You see? Buy an evening paper. Experiences, difficulties. Look at these nouns, please. Okay? Paper here is what? Paper here is an evening paper is counted. How do you know that it is counted? There is no S. There is no S. How do you know that it is counted? Because an evening paper is one of the types, an evening paper is one of the types of paper. Now you, as if you classified the papers into types. Yani we have morning paper, and we have evening paper, and we have afternoon paper. So these types of paper can be pluralized, can be counted or not. Yes, it can be counted. So this is one type. It is an evening paper. You see, then it is counted. Wrap the parcel in brown paper. Now this paper is what? Non-counted. She was beauty in her what? Youth. She was a beauty in her youth. Beauty now is a noun, and it is what? Countable, because you talk about one person. بعد دليل آخر. شنو الدليل الآخر إنه نعرف these nouns are countable or non-countable؟ وجود الارتكل. وجود الارتكل الانdefinite article. مرة أي قبل الان evening paper، ومرة الأي قبل beauty a beauty. فبما أنه الأي والأي موجودة، إذن هذا الناون شبيه countable. okay. she had beauty in her youth. هنا أنا beauty إجت بوحدة مجردة ماكو أي ولا أي إن قبلها. هي طبعا تاخذ أي مو أي إن because it starts with a consonant not with a vowel. So it is what? It is non-count. The example, the other example, the talks, you see, will take place in Paris. هنا also countable. I dislike idle talk. هنا نشبيه non-count. There were bright lights and harsh sounds. Sounds هنا lights و sounds. Lights و sounds ايش بيهم both of them countable. اللي بصفها light travels faster than sound. Light travels faster than sound. Light here is what? Non-count. وأيضا sound non-count. The lambs were eaten quietly. The lambs were eaten quietly. هنا the lambs ايش بيها plural countable. There is lamp on the menu. There is lamp on the menu. هنا lamp ايش بيها non-countable. For these nouns, this is very important, these nouns can be countable and can be non-countable. Also read what is related to these examples in the what? In the note. In the note here we have what? Some nouns. For example, there are several French wines available. There are several French wines available. Here wines is what? Also it should be what? Countable or non-countable? It should be non-countable. Wine is like water. Wine is like water, cannot be pluralized. Why does it take S here? Why does it take S here? Because you classified them into French wine, British wine, German wine, you see? That's what then you classify them into kinds of wine. Kind of wine. You see, several kinds of wine. This is a bread I greatly enjoy. This is a bread, you see? A bread I greatly enjoy. Also, bread cannot be pluralized. You cannot say, I ate breads. Okay? You say, I ate bread. Why a bread? Why a bread? طبعا الأي هنا تشير لأنه شنو? Countable. Why a bread? Because this is kind of a bread. Because I love or I like only this kind of bread. Okay? Now we come to what? Do we take the determiners or we leave them for the common lecture? Okay, leave the determiners for the common lecture. Thank you very much.